is to build a strong body. And for the residents of Miami-Dade, getting your COVID-19 vaccination is an important part. Help everyone stay safe as we continue to fight the spread. And we can protect those most vulnerable around us. With easy access to vaccination locations and the growing ability for more people to be protected, it's our best shot to keep moving forward. It's our best shot for a strong, healthy community. For more information, visit miamidade.gov/vaccine.
Good morning. It's Tuesday and it's 11 a.m., which means it's time for the FIU Music Hour on WDNA 88.9 FM, where we present live weekly performances in the WDNA Jazz Gallery and feature students, faculty, and alumni from Florida International University's School of Music. I'm your host today, Najee McLean, and along with our producers, Dr. Karen Velos and Dr. Russ Spiegel. Whether you are listening to us at home, in your car, or live on WDNA.org/FIU, we are delighted to have you here with us. Today, we are pleased to feature Miami Jazz Composers Collective, Peter Brewer on alto sax, Cisco Dimas on trumpet, Russell Spiegel on guitar, Alex Hernandez on bass, and Lucas Apostolaris on drums, a Miami-based ensemble of jazz musicians and composers who write and perform original music. Today, our first piece will be Brothers Grimm, composed by Dr. Russ Spiegel.
Good morning.
Good morning. If you want to give us a brief overview of just what this piece is, and then you all can get started to play.
Sure. I've written this piece a number of years ago. I was actually living in Germany, and I came to New York. I actually received a scholarship from the city of Frankfurt. So they gave me money, and I came to New York, and I was studying with Peter Bernstein, and I was just listening to a lot of straight-ahead music and going to all the jazz clubs. And this piece just kind of came out of that experience, and it's also very Wes Montgomery influenced. And my then girlfriend at the time was living on a street called Brother Grimm Street. So I kind of wrote it with that in mind.
Okay. Alrighty. So our last piece was composed by Dr. Russ Spiegel, and our next piece we have Birkey Blues by Francisco Dimas. From Albuquerque, New Mexico, Francisco Dimas has made a name for himself as one of the most versatile trumpet players and music educators in his current home in Miami, Florida. Cisco has toured with such artists as Linda Ronstadt, Gloria Estefan, and the Miami Sound Machine. Cisco is also a guest clinician for the Herbie Hancock Institute of Jazz, as well as the adjunct jazz trumpet professor at Florida International University. Quick question, what is some background behind this last piece? Oh, sorry, the microphone.
No problem, hello. Some background, well, Birkey, the Birkey blues is kind of some slang for someone who's from Albuquerque, where I'm from. And so I'm just, I really love where I grew up. It's a completely unique place. And just the climate, the people. So I tried to write a song that kind of had some of that plateau kind of modality to it. Yeah, I don't know. I wrote it several years ago, and yeah, I'd just like to throw a shout out to my hometown. That's basically why I wrote it.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Okay, our next piece will be Outside Chance by Lucas Apostolaris. This last piece was composed by Lucas Apostolaris, is a drummer and composer residing in Miami, Florida. In June of 2020, he released his debut album, Chronicle. He is a 3-time recipient of ASCAP Young Jazz Composers Award and has also arranged music for a variety of ensembles, including the Gulf Coast Symphony Orchestra in Fort Myers, Florida, and the prestigious Airmen of Note Air Force Big Band. Lucas, if you could just give me a little bit of inspiration and background behind this last piece.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I wrote this a little while back. I'm influenced by a lot of different things when I write, but this was definitely coming from like early 1960s Blue Note records, like Art Blakey. I'm a big fan of Art Blakey for a while, and that definitely came out in this kind of piece. So yeah, great to play with these guys.
Thank you so much for sharing. And thank you, everyone, for listening. You are listening to FIU Music Hour on WDNA 88.9 FM with Miami Jazz Composers Collective, and we'll be right back after these messages. We are back with the FIU Music Hour with the Miami Jazz Composers Collective on WDNA 88.9 FM. This week, the FIU School of Music will be hosting the following concerts. Boston-based contemporary bass, clarinet, and percussion duo Transient Canvas performs music by composers from the U.S. and abroad during the New Music Miami ISCM Festival 2022, March 30th, 2022. At the Wolfsonium for free at 7:30 p.m. It is a live performance. And the String and Piano Chamber Ensembles concert in the Wertheim Recital Hall, Monday, April 4th at 7:30 p.m. For this and many more exciting events, you can find information at fiuuniversitytickets.com or at musictix@fiu.edu. And now back to our show. The next piece we have today is The Gonzes, composed by Alex Hernandez, a bassist, composer, and educator from Miami, Florida. He has performed and toured with Bebo y El Cigala, Winton, Marisalis, Savion Glover, Surratt, Patience Higgins, many more. And Alex has also recorded several jazz and Latin projects, as well as music for film and TV. As an educator, he was a part of the Jazz Discovery Program in New York City and Jazz House Kids in New Jersey. Here we have the Gonzes. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can I just get a brief inspo and a little bit of background on this last piece?
Yeah, so this was written for two of my mentors, Jerry and Andy Gonzalez. When I first left Miami, I was in Spain for a couple of years, and first sort of gig I got outside of being in Miami was with Jerry Gonzalez, and right away I had to spend a lot of time studying Andy's bass playing to kind of fit into his band. And then
Right.
later when I moved to New York, Andy became one of my mentors and friends and stuff. So unfortunately, they both have passed now. So this is just something I wrote for them recently, just as a little dedication
Wow.
to say thank you.
It's a very beautiful way to show appreciation.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So we have another piece. I believe Slight Cycle is the next piece. Composed by Peter Brewer, hails from Tidewater area, Virginia, studied at the University of Miami, and has been an active saxophonist in the Miami scene, playing as a sideman and a leader in groups that run the gamut of the musical styles, and has toured the world with a myriad of artists. Next piece, Slight Cycle. That was Slight Cycle by Peter Brewer. Peter, if you could give me a brief overview of this piece and why you chose it for today.
Sure thing. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. This tune called Slight Cycle I wrote, about a year ago. It's just basically, it's based on a 12-bar blues, so it's 12 measures repeated in form. And then I just used some different changes, chord changes, some different harmony from a traditional blues. That's based on a cycle of fourths, which is something we implement all the time in music with regards to harmony. So it's just a way to kind of move around a bit more or a bit differently from a traditional blues, and that's really what it's about. So the melody just kind of follows those chord changes fairly literally, and it's just another way to interpret a blues. I was just thinking about trying to do a blues just a slightly different way, and this was the result.
Oh, yeah, a slight cycle, literally. Okay. Well, you've been listening to Miami Jazz Composers Collective with Peter Brewer, Francisco Dimas, Russ Spiegel, Alexander Hernandez, Lucas Apostolaris, and we're on FIU Music Hour on WDNA 88.9 FM. I've been your host, Najee McLean, along with our producers, Dr. Karen Velos and Dr. Russ Spiegel. We'd like to thank our production crew, FIU grad student Samantha Stern, WDNA's wizard, Alex Aldrich, on sound and tech, and the staff of WDNA 88.9 FM for today's broadcast. If you would like more information on all our programs, make sure to call 305-384-2896 or simply like our Facebook page to stay up to date with all of our upcoming performances. Thank you so much for joining us, and make sure to join the FIU Music Hour for more great music every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Our final piece will be Monkey by Dr. Russ Spiegel.